Perfect.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, as you can see, we're going to be taking a look at the 2016 Chevrolet Corvette Z06 3LZ. Enjoy the video. Thank you to Jaguar Land Rover of Calgary, Alberta for letting me borrow this Corvette. If you're interested in this or anything else on their lot, the link to their website is right below that like button. And trust me guys, this is probably the cheapest Corvette for this package option that you can find in the Calgary area, so be sure to check them out. All right, so like always, let's start with what is underneath the hood. We have a beast powering this Corvette, a 6.2 liter LT4 supercharged V8 making 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. Now, you can get a manual transmission, but ours is hooked up to the 8-speed automatic, powering through a rear-wheel drive powertrain. Of course, it's not going to be good on gas, but if you get this, you know that. A 0 to 60 time estimated to be 2.97 seconds. Absolutely insane. So now let's start off with the front end. Now, as you can see, it just has a great, unique stance. We do have a carbon fiber hood. It is painted though, so we're not going to see the actual carbon fiber in it. You'll see the aggressive front splitters towards the lower portion, the functional venting, the air vents all along the front. Even just the way the front splitters have to kind of be widened up in the front, it just shows you how aggressive this thing is. Now, the front headlights are all LED. We have a nice low and wide stance. Of course, the hood has those vents and the black stripe. I just think it is a beautiful car. Every time you go and drive anywhere, you are gonna get attention from this. And so if you like having a heat magnet on your case, then you're definitely gonna like this. If you prefer something more low-key, then maybe you should pick some of the other options. But oh man, whenever you see this, like, even if it's just a Corvette and there's lots of them on the road, it's just so beautiful to see. Moving on to the side now. Now the Z06 does have a specific sport tuned suspension. We have aggressive venting all along the side as well, which is awesome to see. The front tires sport 19-inch rims on 285 series tires, and the rears are a fat and meaty 355s on 20s. Now, of course, if you peek in further, you're gonna see the carbon ceramic brakes. Just beautiful, awesome braking power. You know you are gonna be well placed when you need to be, because obviously you need all the stopping power you can get for this 650 horsepower beast, and those carbon ceramic brakes will definitely do the job. Now, even with the top down, I think the convertible version looks really, really nice. Me personally, I prefer the coupe, so the hardtops, much more instead of a convertible. But I'm just gonna say it one more time, even the convertible looks very, very nice. Moving on to the back. Of course, because this is a Z06, we do have the full clear LED taillights. I like these much more than the red ones. They look really, really sharp. And these are some of my favorite taillights on any Corvette ever, to be honest with you, even more than the new C8s. Now, we're gonna see that aggressive lip spoiler. Of course, adds more uniqueness to the vehicle in itself, and I think it fits the car to a T. Just with how crazy it looks in general, I think it just makes it look and stand out even more. Now, of course, you're gonna see those quad signature exhaust pipes, and whenever you have it into the highest drive mode setting, so track mode, it's definitely gonna open up all the exhaust valves, so you're definitely gonna hear the most when it's in that mode. Now, obviously, you're gonna notice the rear diffuser area, lots of functional venting through the lights and even the side of the rear bumper. And since we're at the back, and I just mentioned the exhaust, take a listen to how this beast sounds like. Okay, so now that sounded really nice, right? I could listen to it all day. It's absolutely insane. Definitely can scare people if you want to. It's up to you. Now we're going to take a look into the cargo area. Because this is a convertible, we do have less space than the coupe would have. This has about 10 cubic feet of storage. And if you get the coupe, that would have 15 cubic feet. So definitely usable for a supercar. All right, so now time to jump into the interior. Of course, there's not a traditional handle. Whenever you put your hand right behind here, there's a little sensor that you basically have to tap. So you go in here, tap it, and hold it, and it'll open up. Now you're probably wondering, hey, even to unlock the door from the inside, you have to push this button. But what if the battery dies? What if something else happens? Well, Chevy, of course, thought of that. And that's why they put these little mechanical handles right down here if you need it to go. And it's like that on both sides. All right, so now excuse the loud exhaust. I apologize. I apologize for now. But take a look into this 50-50 split analog gauge. You have half of your screen that is digital, and then half of the portion that is all traditional analog. Overall, I think it's nice. It's not too bad. The steering wheel in itself is a nice suede kind of material. You have carbon fiber towards the bottom. Your traditional buttons. The airbag cover could be more special in my opinion. Even the paddle shifters are made out of plastic, so it would have been nicer to see something different and unique. You're going to take a look at that heads-up display right over there. It does look pretty nice. It is much more clear in person, trust me. It's just the camera's not going to pick up on it that well. But everything else, like, just, it's so cool, the entire car in itself. And moving on to the infotainment, it is a definite usable infotainment. It is a little bit laggy, but this is from 2016, so it's kind of tough to put today's standards on a car from 5 years ago. The cool thing about this, it has a little James Bond secret, so you put that down and you have a little secret cubby and a USB as well. That's awesome to see. You know, the navigation is okay. The rear view camera is pretty poor quality, but what do you expect? Once again, you don't really care about that when you have a car like this. Overall though, it is a definite usable thing. You have your Bluetooth available for your phone and music, but that's kind of all about it. You don't have any Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, as I'm not even sure if they were a thing back in 2016. So now on to the door panel. It doesn't have a premium feel. I mean, the silver metal looks kind of okay. I love the leather and the red stitching. That's probably my favorite part. But other than that, it looks kind of like a plain kind of look to it. So definitely not the luxurious vibe if that's kind of what you're after. But you know, it's not a bad thing. Some people love this and some people prefer something else, and it all depends on personal preference. But yeah, everything else I would say is usable on the door panel here. Small storage space as well. On to these seats. They're probably one of my favorite things about this vehicle. First of all, just super aggressively bolstered. The black with the red stitching looks really nice. You can see the little competition badge here and carbon fiber racing harness openings. It's just super beautiful. I honestly love these seats, and they are also heated and cooled. So for the passenger side, you're going to have it right over there, and the driver's side, you're going to see it right over there. Aside from that, you're going to see the carbon fiber trim everywhere on the inside here, mainly focused towards the driver's side, so this area kind of covers it, along with this as well. So it looks really, really nice. I think it adds a good kind of sporty look into this thing. Now the buttons themselves, I love having knobs. You know, hashtag save the knobs. You know, I gotta say it. You have a volume knob, a tuning knob right here. The buttons are clearly labeled out, so they're definitely usable. Even your temperature controls are definitely very, very nice. So I like how having knobs just makes it that easy, right? Your seat controls, your HVAC controls, a very nice kind of plaque to it, showing you 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. It looks really, really nice. The shifter in itself is really nice. It shows you that 8-speed transmission that we have. A little drive mode setting, so you can switch this over and it'll show you basically the different modes you're in. We're going to keep it in eco mode here, surprisingly. Electronic parking brake, some storage capabilities. You have a 12-volt right here and a coverable cup holder area. Not too deep, so you're gonna have to keep short drinks in here, but if you notice the red stitching all along, the nice grab handle, it just kind of has a nice unique flow to it. Now the center console or center storage area is a very shallow kind of space, not that deep. A couple power outlets, and then that's kind of really it. Storage wise, sorry about that. You don't have too much going on, but you know, I doubt that you're going to be using this to haul a lot of things though. All right, everybody, so hopefully you got a kind of nice quick little in-depth tour of the outside, the inside of this Corvette. Now we have one last thing to do, and that is going to be the road test. Now in terms of driving, it was very, very nice, obviously at higher speeds, but when you're in a neighborhood, even if you're in eco mode, you feel bumps everywhere you go. So obviously if you're going to be using this as a grand touring vehicle, it is definitely doable. For the price, it's probably one of the best that you can probably find if you're up for a bumpy ride as well. But when it comes to track performance, or if you want to drive it really, really fast, this is going to be something that you really, really like. What do you think of the Corvette?
It's a fun car.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'll break my head after you accelerate. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. All right, the day has come for me to finally drive a Corvette Z06. Now, I'm not gonna drive it for that long. I'm trying to keep the video short so you guys, I know you don't like to watch lengthy videos, so hopefully this is a better alternative for you. But the first thing that we always do is an acceleration test. Now, I have the car completely off, so and the top is down too, as you can see. So unfortunately, the audio might be a little muffled or blurry, so I want to apologize in advance. But let me get started by turning on the car first, and so you can witness the exhaust sound as well. Start. Oh. Woo! All right. Seat belts, of course. All right. Safety first. Is everybody ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, yo, that was insane. Okay, I'm gonna go put it back into eco mode now. That's it. That was like 10 seconds of fun. The funnest 10 seconds you'll probably experience in a car. Now, hopefully you can hear me. I'm at like 30 kilometers an hour now, so hopefully it's not super loud. Now, when you're driving this thing normally, eco mode is only gonna do so much because obviously it burns gas like crazy. It's a 6+ liter supercharged V8. Now, even at the most comfortable mode, I do feel like it obviously raised up a little bit, and because of that, the impact whenever you hit any bumps or anything is not bad at all. In eco mode, you definitely have less feel of the road whenever you're driving, so maybe you might like that. But once I switch back into sport mode, we'll go into track mode. Now, immediately when you go into track mode, way more kind of feel for the road. You can definitely see what's going on. So I really enjoy that. Now, I'm gonna go back into normal eco mode. Now, one thing I definitely did notice when I was driving this thing earlier on, before I picked up my equipment, the blind spots are really, really bad. Now, the coupe, I'm not sure how that'll be. I'm sure it's better, but with the top up for the convertible, it was extremely hard to see even your driver's side just because of how much of an angle you have. Are you gonna hit this thing if you go too far? And for the passenger side, with the top down, it's much, much better. But if you're doing it from with the top up, it's gonna be really, really tough to see. And other than that, there's not too much storage space. It does feel a little cramped. I'm 6'1", and I have plenty of leg room. And when you didn't know that, welcome. Headroom wise, I have a ton. I have unlimited space. But even with the top up, I had quite a bit of space. But I do feel pretty cramped. I sit at about 193 pounds, and I do feel kind of tight. I'm not a huge person, but it does feel a little bit on the tighter end. But other than that, the daily usability, I think, is definitely there. Now, like I said before, if you love attracting attention, you're gonna really love this thing. And to keep the review kind of short, this thing is an insane monster when you want it to be, especially in track mode, and it can also do your normal task when you need it to. Now, other than that, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I loved making it. I enjoyed making it. This is going to be part 1 of 2 for another summer vehicle I'm going to be filming soon here, and I hope you enjoy that one too. But until then, I'll see you in that one. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.